I'd love to see something compared to this 509. I wonder how it stacks up to the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. This is the threaded barrel version. And the SIG 320.
So we got the 509, like Guy said, the M&P 9 2.0, 320, and then we have Wesson Combat's 320. So funny story about the 320s is, you know how a lot of militaries have adopted these firearms lately. A lot of, especially the American military. I was in Amman, Jordan in 2015, and Australian SAS guy told me this would be our next gun for the American military, and he was right. So I mean, it's been through the military trials. It's a really good gun. Compared to the 509, both of them compared to like a Glock, and all these striker fire pistols are based off the Glock, you know. All of them have a pretty aggressive texture on the frame, which is a nice upgrade. All of these are meant to have weapon lights on them. You can see rails on all of these, but there are some slight differences. So if you look at front serrations here on the Glock, those are straight up and down. On your 509, you got it at an angle. Smith & Wesson, they're kind of down low here and then at an angle in the rear. With this, that's actually Wesson Combat's X-Tac is what they call it. It's a slide they make themselves, and it's a little bit different. And they say it's supposed to help in weapon manipulations. So, and then the regular 320 has just those canted serrations on the slide. But you can see, like I was saying, against the Glock, yeah, it's got some texturing on there, which some people say that's not a big deal. It's not to everybody, but all these pistols definitely have more of an aggressive texture on them. With your 509, a lot of these.
Uncle Shane, what's your favorite gun between the 509, the 320, the Glock 17, and the Smith & Wesson 2.0?
That's a really tough decision. I would have to say that. I own them all, and I encourage everybody to do the same. Tell me this.
Okay, trigger time.
So some differences in these triggers right here. So your SIG 320, you see it doesn't have that trigger safety on it. Clear. Versus a Glock has a trigger safety. You see this FM509. Let's make sure it's clear for the people on YouTube. But I'll show y'all. See, if you don't activate that, it can't go back. If I can't pull it back. On a SIG, I could carry that anywhere. I can put it up high, it'll still break. It's a really light trigger pull. All these, you know, these are duty triggers. Your best, of course, is gonna be the Action Tune Wesson Combat trigger, but that's a key difference on these triggers. And these two are slightly different than the Glock, as you see that comes out right there for the trigger safety versus just the lower part of these triggers right here on your M&P and your 509. None of these triggers to me are that bad. The Gen 4 probably the worst, but I've shot it a little bit. It's been a lot of dry fire, so it's kind of cleaned up. I will say that M&P 2.0, on the 2.0s, they did a much better job on that trigger. Like I said, the Action Tune Wesson Combat is going to be your best trigger. It's really light. It's probably 4-pound trigger, I would guess. They have different trigger options with Wesson Combat. Another cool thing, well, now that I just saw that, you see how the magwell's flared on the Wesson Combat to help in reloads. On your Gen 5 Glocks, it'll have a flared magwell. There's not much flaring in the 509. That's not much of a magwell either. On your M&P, on your regular SIG 320, not much at all either. But in all honesty, reload's probably the last of my list for defensive handguns, because you should be topping off and doing tac reloads anyways. And most of the time, the only time you're going to change a magazine as a civilian in a actual confrontation is if your mag is broke. And that's why you should carry a spare mag on you like that with you. It's not necessarily the just to carry more ammo. It's more about the magazine breaking, and that is the failure point probably on just about every gun, is a magazine. But other than that, you know, all these guns have multiple options with them. These are base guns. Glock, you know, you can either get the Glows, you can get the Glock night sights, or you can get the regular Glock sights, and you're gonna take those off immediately. But FN, they've got nice tritium steel sights. This one has a suppressor height sight. It's a threaded barrel. That doesn't come on the standard ones, but those are not bad sights either. They're SIG. These are standard sights right here.
They also come with SIG night sights.
Yep.
Just that they glow really well.
And then right here, more, I think from a competition standpoint, a lot of competition shooters like the blacked out rear and your fiber optic front. I always like something blacked out here, and either something really bright up front too. Also, not with this one, but like say you had a had to shoot and you didn't have a red dot for night vision. If you have 3 tritium ampules on the on all of it, you'd have to put your thumb over it. It's just going to be a big bloom. If you're shooting night vision, that's another thing. It wouldn't help with this one because it's fiber optic, but if you have a tritium front sight and blacked out rears, that helps a lot too. But overall, you can't go wrong with any of these guns. Like Shane said, I think they're all good guns. It just comes down to personal preference and price point. You know, this is going to be a lot more expensive than all these other guns. The rest of them are a similar price point. And then it also depends on what options you're getting. If you're getting the MOS Glock, if you're getting the MRD F509, if you're getting optics ready SIG, if you're getting the suppressor ready M&P 2.0, you know, all these companies have aftermarket stuff available for them as well. If you like to customize it, Glock probably has the best aftermarket parts, but SIG 320 is coming along. I mean, heck, Wilson Combat's already making another one. Anyways, guys, hope we answered some questions. Hope it gave you all some good information, and please like and subscribe, and we'll try to crank out some more videos. Thanks.